future. All right, Tim, let's shift gears to wide receiver here, man. Christian Watson. We'll hit the grades from the game here in a bit, but
real quick, Bates update. Kirby Joseph's missed the last 5 games, so you were correct. You were definitely correct on the knee issue with him.
Yeah, so he'll be out, man, for sure. Yep. But most likely, right? Seeing that they already had listed as did not participate. All right, wide receiver, Tim. Christian Watson, he's been on one this year, no doubt. So I just put a tweet out. Green Bay Packers Christian Watson takes another jump in rankings, grading out as the 10th best wide receiver in the NFL, according to PFF. So Christian Watson is now officially an 82.3 PFF grade with an 83.4 receiving grade and a 61.8 run blocking grade. Look at the run blocking grades over to the side, guys, and look where Christian's at. I mean, he's definitely in the top half of those players in terms of run blocking grade. You'll see it on Chalk Talk tomorrow too, putting him at Z nasty, shifting into the wing, and him being a blocker. He's completely healthy. He's good to go. I am not concerned about that knee whatsoever moving forward. But the fact that he is the 10th highest graded receiver now, Tim, and he's under contract this year and next year. Number one, Jackson Smith-Njigba with a 94, Puka Nacua 93, Drake London 90, George Pickens 90, Amon-Ra St. Brown we'll see on Thursday with a 90, Jamar Chase 84, Jalen Waddle 83, Devontae Adams 83, and DeAndre Hopkins with an 82. Right on his heels with an 82.3 is our very own Christian Watson. He's grading out above people like Rashee Rice, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and a whole bunch of other great wide receivers. So Scoot, all of a sudden, man, you look up and go, damn, is he a top 10 wide receiver? Is that what we're seeing here?
That's what we're seeing right here on this list, right? And
that's what you're
correct
seeing.
Me if I'm wrong, he's the only receiver on this list that's played 5 games. I mean, everybody else on this list has pretty much played ball all year, correct?
Yeah.
So Scoot is in the top 10 right here, and he just finished his 5th game back from injury.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
It is, man, and he should be continuing to pick up momentum. And even in a game like yesterday where you just ran the ball heavy and your quarterback was banged up, he still made 2 or 3 plays that I remember, like crucial catches. And you're seeing his route tree has started to extend. They're working him on comebacks and out routes a lot more now. And
we saw that yesterday, right? That shot that Jordan took towards the sideline, put it into space, and Scoot just slid under it, made a catch, moved the sticks, you know?
So when you look at somebody like Christian Watson, you kind of break down the whole player profile. You go, okay, does he have speed? Yes. Does he have size? Yes. Does he have catch radius? Yes. Does he have hands? He does now, boy. There's no denying that now. He's got hands. Can he run all of the routes on the tree? That's what we're seeing this year. And I didn't expect that. I told you guys going into the season, I expected his hands to be improved because he's going to be limited on what he could work on in terms of route running and technique and things like that in the offseason with the knee. Damn, he comes back and now he's running more routes on the tree than I've ever seen him run. So, yeah, you got a player here that I'm going to be 100% up front. I'm not ready to say he's a top 10 wide receiver, but he's damn sure a top 32 wide receiver. He's definitely a number. It's kind of like the whole Carrington Valentine thing. Like, I feel like, all right, that's a top 32 corner the way he's playing right now. But Christian Watson, you give me 2 or 3 more games like he's played, and I'll be going, yep, he's top 10. Hell, he may be top 5 by the end of the year. So I'm really excited to see what Christian does, especially continuing to grow with Jordan Love in this offense, and as Jordan Love gets a little bit healthier too. But yeah, that's some big names there, Tim, to be in the mention with, man. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Jamar Chase, people like that.
Yeah, and like to your point, Clay, like none of these guys on this list are one-dimensional receivers, right? So you talk about Scoot's route tree kind of getting opened up in this offense. I think it speaks to Matt LaFleur and the boys when they're scheming him up. Like they're not worried about the knee either. They're cutting him loose. We've seen slot reps, we've seen him on the boundary. It doesn't matter, man. Running a curl, running a fade, running a 9. That's what separates the men from the boys when it comes to being a receiver is, what is the route tree that you're capable of running? And I think as you progress throughout your career, your play caller is going to open those shots up for you a lot more. And we've seen it, like I said, in just, 5 games here, Christian Watson creeping up into the top 10 conversation already. Got to love it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Chris Casuan in the chat says Watson's 9 better than Pickens. Pickens is one of those guys, Chris, that if he could get his head out of his ass, he would be a dominant player He just kind of gets in his own way sometimes. He did that in college, and he's done it in the pros since he, got drafted by the Steelers, and obviously they traded him away. You don't just trade number one receivers like that unless they're a little bit of a head case. He's got a ton of talent. But what you're saying here, I completely agree with you. If I had to choose between George Pickens and Christian Watson, I'm going Christian Watson because Christian Watson is a leader. Like that dude, his teammates love him. He works his butt off. He's willing to block. And maybe Pickens is willing to block too. He just ain't got the frame to do it because like Christian's dad said on X the other day, dude, you're talking about 225 pounds of muscle now, right? This guy, he's almost built like a tight end. He's almost built like a flex Y, but he's playing receiver. And I love the fact that Matt LaFleur, once again, you got to tip your cap to the coach, bringing him in from the Z, flexing him or bringing him from the Z to the wing position and letting him block. What you're doing is you're pulling a corner in close to have to cover him in man coverage. If you do that C gap release that's running wild through the league right now, it's kind of the new thing. If you do that and you bring a cornerback into the run fit, that's the type of stuff that allows Emmanuel Wilson to bounce those runs.
We just saw that on the E. Wilson touchdown, right?
Yep.
Scoot moving into the wing, blocking guys into oblivion, and we get a tutter. I love it.
Absolutely. Let's stick with the chat here a second, see what everybody's saying. So, Turtles, I fear we haven't seen Watson Cillin yet. I think you're right. I don't think we have either.
You can't see it because there isn't one.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that's an exciting place to be. Dick Palinick in the chat says, "Who's the skinny guy filling in for Clayton?" This is the Clayton that's trying to make it to 60. You know what I mean? That's the Clayton there. Yeah, you look up and you got more chins than a Chinese phone book. It's like, all right, we got to get this weight thing under control. So we're and it was doctor ordered. Your boy was having a little spell where diabetes runs in the family, and I was having a little spell there where I was passing out and getting shaky and stuff. We're on the backside of that, and you just got to stop doing what you do, Clayton. And that's eating food. I love food. As I've always said, food's the only reason I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it works. So,
but you're looking trim, man. You're looking cut up, looking good. You know?
I think that's a compliment. Somebody the other day said they messaged me, and I know that it was well intended, but they messaged me and was like, "Man, I was worried about you, dude. You don't look good. You look like you're damn. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that." Jeez, 1 second the doctor's telling me I'm dying. The next person telling me I look like I'm sick. I don't know what to do for you people. You know, I might just crack open a daddy soda and turn the phone off. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Chester talking about Christian Watson said he just looks smoother this year. He does. He looks really, really smooth in the releases. He looks smooth in his cutting ability. It's almost like I wonder if him having to slow down a bit for the training in the offseason and everything, getting the knee back right, if he kind of worked on that aspect, right? That you're not just going 110 mile an hour all the time. You know, you're having to go 80% or 70%. And maybe he picked up on something in and out of his breaks that could make him a smoother player. That could be the case for sure. Dave C in the chat says, built like a 4.3 40 running Lazard. That's a great point. If Alan Lazard had like 4.3 speed, he would have been a hell of a receiver. That's the only thing he was really lacking, in my opinion. So he was definitely on the same page with 12 when he was here. So
I wonder if that was the mindset too. Like you're telling Scoot, like, hey, bulk up a little bit. You know, we'll get you back from this knee, and you'll be just as fast, just as strong, and have a little more meat on them bones, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So you guys let us know in the comments if you're watching this video back later on Christian Watson. Let us know what you think about Scoot. Do you think he's a top 10 wide receiver? Do you think he's top 20? Do you think that's maybe too low? Maybe you see him as a top 5 receiver and ascending into an even larger role with the Green Bay Packers. And also let us know what you think about the future of Christian Watson. Would you go ahead and get him that contract extension as soon as you're able to do that 1 year from the extension that you just gave him? Or do you think you maybe let him play out that second year and risk the number getting really inflated before he hits free agency? Let us know what you think in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe, and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future.